If you think being a good person is enough to achieve success, you're living in a fantasy. And the worst part is that you know it, even though you refuse to accept it. How many times have you felt like others are walking all over you? How many times have you done the right thing, and, instead of receiving recognition, you've been ignored, or even worse, used? You've been taught that being good is enough, that honesty and nobility are rewarded. But the reality is different. The world doesn't reward the good. It rewards those who know how to play their cards well. And this is where Machiavelli comes in. Machiavelli understood something that most people ignore. Human nature is selfish, fickle, and cruel when necessary. In The Prince, he made it clear that virtue without cunning is a weakness, that goodness without strategy is a trap. And now tell me, how many times have you fallen into that trap? Think about those you admire, those who have achieved great things. Do you think they got there only with good intentions? No. They got there because they knew how to move in the shadows when necessary, because they understood that morality is not an obstacle, but a tool. Knowing when to show it and when to hide it is the difference between being a player and being a pawn. The problem is not that you are good. The problem is that you don't know how to protect yourself. You believe that others are playing by the same rules as you, but that's not the case. The world is full of predators disguised as friends, of opportunists who can spot naivete from miles away. And you, without realizing it, have been the perfect target. This is where Machiavelli offers you an alternative. Intelligent kindness. It's not about becoming a villain. It's not about betraying your principles. It's about understanding that kindness must be accompanied by a deep understanding of reality. It's about learning to read people, to foresee their intentions, to know when to trust and when to keep your guard up. Machiavelli said that it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. And you, what have you chosen? Surely you've chosen to be loved, to be accepted, to be seen as harmless. But tell me, what have you gained from that? Not respect, not power. What you've gained is that others know they can use you without consequences. Because kindness without strength doesn't inspire admiration, it inspires pity. Don't get confused. I'm not telling you to stop being good. I'm telling you to learn how to be good without being naive. Understand that the world doesn't reward the just, it rewards the shrewd. That true virtue is not submission, but the ability to balance ethics with pragmatism. Machiavelli taught that image is everything. It's not only about what you are, but also about what others perceive you to be. If you give the impression of being weak, they will treat you as weak. If you give the impression of being strong, they will treat you with respect. How many times have you allowed others to disrespect you out of fear of losing their approval? How many times have you stayed silent to avoid conflict, only to realize that this makes you lose more than you gain? It's not about being cruel, it's about being strategic. The key is knowing when to act, when to speak, when to retreat, and when to attack. Kindness is an advantage when used correctly, but if you let it go unchecked, it becomes your worst enemy. The mistake of many good people is thinking that the world values purity of heart. It doesn't. The world values power, security, the ability to make tough decisions. Kindness is only respected when it's accompanied by authority. If you don't have power, your kindness is irrelevant. Machiavelli would tell you not to be a lamb in a world of wolves, not to let your morality turn you into a slave. True virtue is not submission, it's intelligence. It's not about passively adapting, but about shaping the environment to your favor. Think about it. How much longer will you let the world walk all over you? How much longer will you be a victim of your own naivete? I'm not telling you to stop being good. I'm telling you to start being good in a way that benefits you. Learn to move in the shadows when necessary. Know when to smile and when to show your teeth, because the world isn't fair, but you can learn to play by its rules and still remain true to yourself. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince to teach you to be evil. He wrote it to teach you how to survive. And now tell me, are you going to keep living in the illusion that kindness is enough? Or are you going to start applying true intelligence?